Nexo-X, the enigma behind the spheres.
Chapter 1, Part 8 of 12. The waters were relatively calm, which favored both the escape and the pursuit. In the distance, the fugitives realized that the plan had not worked completely. "The idea didn't work as I expected," she said, her voice filled with deep concern. Clearly the ropes slowed him down, but they were not enough to stop him. "Although at first I thought it wouldn't work, I hoped I was wrong and that when he started the engine it would be damaged because the propellers couldn't spin freely. Still, your idea gave us a few minutes advantage. If we keep going at full speed, he won't be able to catch us." "You're right. Both boats have the same capacity. There's no reason he should be able to reach us." Regarding what they had said about the boats, there was one detail they were not considering: weight. There were 2 passengers in one boat, while in the other vessel there was only 1. This difference, although subtle, affected the performance of the boats. Little by little, that variation in weight would begin to favor the killer, because the distance separating them would gradually shrink. The dolphins, as usual, enjoyed swimming alongside the boats, and this time was no exception. They accompanied both vessels for a few hundred meters, playing in the wakes they left behind on the water. These were innocent games that, at other times, entertained those traveling across those waters. It was still possible to see certain seabirds making their final flights of the day before going to rest. Night was drawing ever closer. The sun showed only a small arc still shining, while darkness spread across the sea, slowly taking possession of the horizon. The lack of light was not a major problem for reaching the shore. However, this was a different situation. They were driving the boats at maximum speed, and maneuvering over the water became more difficult and dangerous. But slowing down was not an option. In the first boat that had left the island, the occupants had to think about the next steps in their escape. The ropes had only delayed the killer. They needed to do something once they reached solid ground. "We need to notify the police. We need their help." "I agree with you. Call them while we're on the way." The idea sounded good to them both. While he steered the boat, she tried to contact the police. Unlike their friend, they had survived the first attack and had also managed to leave the island. They had been lucky so far, but they felt that this good fortune was beginning to fade. This was confirmed when, as she attempted to make the call, they discovered that one phone had been lost and the other was damaged. During that desperate run across the island, her phone had slipped out of her pocket. She usually carried it in the backpack, but that day she had taken some photographs of a few birds that had perched near where they were eating. After taking a couple of pictures, with and without flash, she decided to place the phone in the back pocket of her pants while finishing the meal.
Go to www.nexo-x.com